Clearing. We do a prep to work, which connects us with our high self. And as if I was clearing you, I would ask that I have a connection between me and my high self, and you had one between your high self, and we're all together in on this clearing. That's why it's so personal. Once we'd go through all the prep stages and everything, and I ask, who am I working with? The chart will show me on here high self. All right, as an indication. A prep to work, when it's done swinging, will be up and down, that we're prepped to work. And then I ask, who am I working with? And the pendulum will actually swing to the high self here on the chart.
Right, okay.
Okay. Now, is there a program that needs cleared? And it's indicating yes. Where do I go? And it will show me which charts I have to go. And it's indicating chart 4. No, please excuse me, I need my glasses to do this.
Okay.
All right.
Chart 4, there we go.
Chart 4 is a master program, or I'm sorry, programs when and cast of characters. So we're going to find out when this program happened. And what the program is. So let's start with when the program. Imprint program. An imprint program can happen to you anytime, from the time you attach to the womb to past lives, future lives, whatever. But it's an impression or something you have experienced or visualized or felt. Emotion plays a lot of things in clearing. So it's an imprint program in a past life. Now I'll ask, because I'm doing this with myself, am I doing this with myself just to make sure? Yes. Who was I in this past life? And it's going to tell me a daughter. Who else was involved? A mother. My mother in this lifetime also? Okay, hope she forgives me for this. Anyone else? A dark energy involved. Okay, now this is going to tell me whether this was simple, not yet.
Okay.
Simple, serious, or physical harm. It's going to tell me physical harm. Was it simple, serious, or death? It was a physical death. It's on one of my other charts. I didn't bring all my charts here.
Okay.
Just because they are so personal. And what are the energies? And I'm going to find on my chart here, it says inside or outside, and the different energies that might be involved. And I'm going to ask whether it's inside or outside, left or right. So I'll say inside or outside, and it's telling me outside right. So it's telling me suicide. Is suicide correct? Yes. What's the next energy? And I usually get about 6 energies. Outside right. Spiritual suicide. All right, that's already given me an indication that it may be their faith may have been tested or challenged in another life. So I'm already getting a picture here of what's been going on in this life. Inside right. Despair. Separation, self-punishment. These are all giving me a pretty good idea of what's going on already. Was this daughter in this other life, did she commit suicide? Yes. Was it spiritual suicide also? Yes. Did it have anything to do with her faith or religion? Yes. Was the mother involved in it causing the harm? And it's telling me no. Did the mother try saving the daughter? Yes. So the dark energy was working. Yes. All right. Sometimes there's a little pause while I try and put it all together. What other energies outside? Hate of God. Again, that comes back to suicide, the spiritual suicide. Inside, left, anger. So this daughter in this previous life was very angry. Was she angry at the faith or religion or church? And it's telling yes. Was it not what she believed? Yes. Was the church teaching doctrine at this time that was against the daughter's belief? Yes. Did the daughter know truth? Yes. So as you see the picture that's starting to develop here in this. So once we know this, is this enough to clear this program? Yes. Is this enough to clear this lifetime? Yes. So we clear it. We get the pendulum started. And once the energies are clear, the pendulum will go up and down. And I'll also make sure, has the program been cleared of the imprint program? I can also ask, how does it affect this lifetime? Can you give me one word that affects this lifetime? Self-limiting. That explains a lot.
So now I know if you're watching this and you're just tuning in and you're not familiar with this work, it's probably a big stretch to actually believe that this is doing something. And I respect that and I understand that. And I want to say again that I have had this work done before and the results were noticeable and immediate. Yes. In fact, I'll share one story.
Sure.
I had an office in an office complex that had an inner courtyard with a balcony going all the way around it. And it was like a 5 or 6 story building with this open courtyard in the middle. My office was on the walkway going around with the window facing the walkway, so I could see people walking by. I'd been in that office for a long time. I had a session with Robert and we cleared, at the time I was also going through a divorce, we cleared all those energies, and the next day I had 2 different women stop and come in, because they could see me as they would walk by, stop, come in, introduce themselves, say, you know, I've seen you sitting in here for a long time, but you know, today I just had to come in and say hi. That went on for several days after that. And for me, it was a statistical anomaly. I mean, if one person had showed up, we could say, well, that's a coincidence, right? But it was way too many women coming in to say hello and introduce themselves. And the only thing that had really changed, and it happened so fast, was this clearing work that was done with the pendulum.
You could feel it, and you just know it. You could feel it.
Yeah.
I cleared actually to find new clients for my business, for my clearing, and here I am. Fastest way to get people to know I'm here. So it's amazing, it really is. Once we finish up with the clearing and Spirit tells us that everything is all done, then we do go through a mop-up or a process of actually making sure we got everything and cleared everything. We dot our I's and cross our T's. Make sure we're high level vibration and everything. Everything's all said and done at the end of the clearings. There are miscellaneous blocks when doing the clearings, which we're all familiar with what blocks can be. They can be, let's see, where is it? Oh, here it is. Your blocks to positive expression could be anything from happiness, harmony, helpfulness, honesty, and they go around my whole wheel here that I have, and it's the same way, left or right, inside or outside. You can see the different programs that are blocks to positive expression. Say you're having some trouble maybe expressing yourself with a family member or a spouse. There may be some blocks going on in there. As you found out with your clearing, there were some blocks because you were going through a divorce at that time. So obviously there was some blocked energy. So once Robert had cleared that, look what happened.
Yeah, and it was immediate.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the table of contents here from the book, and you know, the nature of the subconscious mind.
Yes.
So in a sense, that's really what we're talking about.
Right.
It's these things that get in the subconscious mind.
Right.
I know I heard a story once, someone explained how the subconscious mind works. And the story went something like a little boy, he's 4 or 5, he learns, say, a dirty word, you know, quote-unquote dirty word, S-O-B, you know, S-O-B. I'm not going to say it on the air. But he says it at home, and he gets punished. And then he's 10, and something happens in school, and somebody else says that word, and they get punished. So all this is going down into his subconscious. And then, you know, maybe he's 12, and he gets in a fight with somebody, and somebody's hitting him as he's saying that word over and over. And then the guy might be 30, and he's depressed, say, and he's sitting at a bar, and a friend comes around and puts his hand on his shoulder and says, "Hey, you SOB, how you doing?" And it triggers all that trapped energy down in the subconscious. And the guy, just a knee-jerk reaction, turns around and slugs him. You know?
He's had enough. Yeah.
Well, he's had enough. But the reason I tell that story is I want people to understand the power of these things that sit in our subconscious that we don't, in our society, really will acknowledge that much or recognize the importance of them. And this is a tool that will actually take the energy off these things so that they're not sitting there. The reason I gave the example of the man who has the experiences through his life, and he's 30. I mean, it's been years since that even happened. But that energy's sitting there, and maybe he's aggravated about something else in his life, and they're sitting there, and something happens, and it triggers it, and it's like a dam. You know, it's like this energy is built up, and it floods out. And a lot of people will say, you know, I just don't know why I did what I did, you know. Well, there's this energy in the subconscious mind, and this works to clear it out.
Right. In some of the clearing, simplest way I could explain it also, say you drowned in another life. In this lifetime, those energies are going to may spill over into this lifetime. You may have a fear of water, of boating, of swimming, things like that, afraid to learn. Once those energies are clear, you usually see a response. Oh, okay, no more fear of water. It's the easiest way I can explain it to you.
Right. Now, a lot of people don't believe in past lives. Do they have to believe in past lives for this to work?
No, not at all. It is a little tricky because a lot of these programs are held over from past lives. But if you don't believe in them, that's fine. Your high self will actually work with you to tailor-make the clearing just for you. So you're not afraid or uncomfortable or any discordant energies you may have about SRT, which is a possibility. High self adapts itself to you.
Right.
So it reassures you. I had one client, when I cleared him, I could immediately see, okay, I'm a little skeptical, and I felt a little bit of fear there also. So I immediately, as I was using my pendulum, I kind of said to myself, okay, he's a little afraid, he's a little skeptical, let's not scare him, okay? And high self does, like I said, adapt itself to the person being cleared. So I actually have his testimonial here that I can read.